Hi, Hayley.
Hi, Kathryn.
Hello, spooky babes.
Spooky babies.
Spooky babies. Did you guys have nightmares or what?
Doubt it.
Doubt it. So, Hayley, what are we talking about today?
Well, it's horror week.
No.
Yes. Which I was tasked with bringing a very scary movie
Yes.
to light to these very fortunate listeners, maybe. Depending on how they view this.
Right.
But we are going to talk about Terrifier.
Is it terrifying? But
Not at all.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
well then.
I mean, yes. There are some tense moments in it, yes. It is technically categorized as an indie film.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that it's not completely well known, which is why I wanted to do this one, because it's honestly, I would put it in one of my top 10 favorite movies.
Top 10 favorite movies?
Yeah.
Movies or horror movies?
Horror movies.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I need to clarify there. I love movies, but yeah, this one's golden.
Golden.
Love this one. Disclaimer, it is not for everyone. I will tell you that right fucking now.
Yeah,
It is very gory.
it is.
Very gory. So if you don't like blood or anything, do not watch this movie.
Yeah.
Do not.
Stick to M. Night Shyamalan.
He's actually coming out with a new movie.
I know.
Called Old, and I want to see it.
I want to see it
It
too.
looks crazy.
I want to see it too.
Yeah. Anyway, back to more important things.
And there's no hate to M. Night Shyamalan if you like him. I'm just saying he's very mellow and there's almost no blood ever.
True. It's more psychological.
It's much more a psychological thriller.
Which
Which if you don't like gore, I'm assuming you like more psychological thrillers.
I mean, some of them pretty good. We won't talk about The Last Airbender. Oh. Because I did enjoy his movies. It's just The Last Airbender.
I don't know about you, but Signs was my jam for...
Signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
That was a
peak M.
cult.
Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, that was like a cult classic for some people.
Mhm.
Like, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first alien invasion movies
Yeah.
of the 2000s.
Right.
So Terrifier.
Terrifier.
Yes. It is an indie movie,
Mm-hmm.
I would say, directed by Damien Leone, which, amazing man. Jack of many trades. He did FX makeup for this, so he did all the special effects and everything. He wrote it and directed it.
Nice.
He created the characters. Amazing man,
Uh-huh.
I would say. So
Wait, have you seen what Damien Leone looks like?
yes.
Is he hot?
I mean, yeah, tall, dark, possibly toxic. Just my type. Anyways, he was inspired around 8 years old to become a FX makeup artist by none other than Tom Savini.
Oh.
Anyone who's interested in, the FX makeup department of movies, at all, has heard of this man. He's worked on a few notable movies, actually pretty popular movies. He worked on Dawn of the Dead, George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
Wow.
He worked on both Creep shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And a few of the Friday the 13th movies. And even Dusk Till Dawn with George Clooney in it.
Wow.
And a lot of other ones, but we don't have time to go through his whole IMDb. So.
Right. If you want to look it up, you can look it up yourself.
Right. But also a little fun fact about Savini.
Mm-hmm.
He was known as the Godfather of Gore,
Ah.
which sounds like my type of man.
Yeah.
Because I love the gorier the better for me,
Right.
which is why this movie
Does it for you.
does it for me.
Yeah.
I love this movie. And I'm psycho, so I showed it to anyone I could before they took it off Netflix, which was sad.
Right.
Yeah.
You're the only reason I've ever seen it, so
You're welcome.
thank you.
So, a quick synopsis of Terrifier. It is about these girls on Halloween night.
These girls.
Stereotypical Halloween night, drunk.
Yeah. Dressed in slutty costumes.
Right, exactly.
Slutty skeleton.
Mhm.
Slutty scarecrow.
Exactly. I would love Tara's skeleton bodysuit, though.
Yeah. It's like a mini dress. Skeleton mini dress.
Mini dress. And then Dawn's in this, like, little slutty scarecrow thing going on. Right. Love them.
Love them.
Love them. You know, just drunken night and everything. They're about to leave. And then they see this clown. His name is Art.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy guy. Who is a mime. He does not speak in this whole movie.
Yeah.
Which just adds, like, a creep factor.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's great.
All the best killers never speak.
Right. But he just terrorizes this little town, pretty much, and just kills anyone and everyone that gets in his way.
Oh.
With his little black garbage bag of
death.
I was going to say goodies, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes, death.
Death goodies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What's in that black trash bag, you may ask?
What is in the black trash bag?
Weapons.
You know what? The black trash bag looks awful bulky for it to have sharp weapons like that.
Right? That's like the extra strength.
Yeah, it must be a hefty trash bag. But yeah, I mean,
I don't know how.
It doesn't look like there are pokey things poking out of it, which I'm assuming it would if you put like a knife into a bag.
Right, because, I mean, one of the signature weapons, like memorable weapons of this movie, the technical term is a cat o' nine tails. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a flogger. Now, for those innocent-minded people, if you don't know what a flogger is, just imagine a whip with, like, multiple tails, if you will. But for the movie, modified with every sharp object you can think of. Scalpels, scissors, knives, everything.
It's really creepy, actually.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Whoa.
And he just whoosh, like just whips people with, well, he only whips one person with it in the movie, but it's very effective. Yeah, ouchie. That is some pain for sure.
Yeah. It's one of those weapons that when he uses, you kind of like
wince.
You like clench your whole body because it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because you know that one like seriously hurts. I mean, when someone gets stabbed, I don't think that you can really gather how much pain that is. Right. But like the whip of and then the pull back of the cat of nine tails, it's like loud. So you like know. It's bad.
Yeah. What would you rate this movie, Kathryn?
For like normies, and I don't think I'm normie at all, but like for a normie, I'd say like a 7 or 8 out of 10.
That's pretty high.
I feel like Kathryn would give it like an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love gore as much as you, which we've already gone over that in the last episode, but I don't love gore as much as you, but I thought the movie was well thought out. Mm-hmm. But some of the scenes were just bonkers. Now, it wasn't like I was being a sissy la-la during the movie. I didn't like cover my face or like look away. I watched all the gore scenes, but they're pretty bonkers.
Like I said, not for the faint of heart. They're really bad. But it's incredible how they accomplished this film and what they created in this film with a budget of only $100,000.
What?
Right?
The crazy thing is that he had it for $100,000 and Art's makeup stayed crisp the whole movie.
Crisp, white. Yeah.
I mean, covered in blood most of the time, but
covered in blood, but it's still like never smeared.
It never smeared. You never saw like skin, and I know movies. They're gonna reapply it like between cuts, but still, it was the everlast stay of his makeup that
setting spray, man.
Right? It's like adhesive.
He's just forever Art.
Gorilla glue.
Oh God. I mean, maybe. I mean, since you did bring up the makeup part, I did on my research find out. So Art the Clown, the actor, he was required to shoot approximately 19 days. And the makeup took 3 hours to apply.
Oof.
3 hours every day for 19 days. And they would shoot for 12 to 14 hours.
Yikes.
And then would just have to take it all off and then
Then do it all over again.
And then do it all over again 8 hours later. Which I feel like no one ever gets 8 hours of sleep.
I mean, especially not if you're working 16.
Right. I'm like,
he might as well be asleep while he's doing his makeup.
Pretty much. Just take like a quick nap.
quick like shut eye while you're getting your makeup done.
So, where did Art the Clown come from? What is the inspiration of Art the Clown?
Oh, well, I know that Art the Clown originated from like a short film, right?
Right.
And then there was like the All Hallows Eve that we watched that had Art the Clown in it.
Yes. It was.
But it wasn't really like I guess it was a prequel, but it wasn't about Art the Clown.
Right. So originally, Damien, in 2005, he wanted to create this short with crazy shit.
Yeah.
Crazy shit. Wanted to make a name for himself,
Right.
And he just was like, you know what? I'm going to slap a clown in there because clowns are fucking creepy.
Yes.
And he felt like he could do so much more with a clown. Like, there was endless possibilities to make it super creepy.
Right.
So that was the first initial idea of him. And then they ended up creating a full-length movie called All Hallows Eve, which, like you said, technically could be a prequel. It was advertised like a found footage, like anthology about Art the Clown murders. But I guess Art the Clown was the only thing that connected the stories per se. But like each short was like weird. So like short 1 about some like demonic cult.
Right.
Short 2 about an alien that invades this woman's home.
Right.
And then short 3, which was my favorite.
Right.
It was kind of had the same vibe, story, whatever, as Terrifier.
Right. I feel like Terrifier was inspired by the last short of that movie.
I would say so.
Because that's what Terrifier came out after, and that last short, a lot of the scenes were similar to what happened in Terrifier.
Right. And I agree with that. So in the short that originated Art the Clown and All Hallows Eve, Art was actually played by one of Damien Leone's good old-time friends. Mm-hmm. He wasn't an actor or anything. His name was Mike Gianelli. Mm-hmm. Now, when I was researching for Terrifier, I know in the actual movie, David Howard Thornton plays him.
Right.
Great person.
Yeah.
Perfect for this role.
Right.
And, I was like, did some, bad blood tea, whatever,
I know.
We're here for the tea.
Was there drama?
Drama. Sadly, no.
Oh.
There was no drama, which, good for them. They're still friends.
Gross. I just want a falling out to,
oh, my God.
I want a Twitter battle or something.
Battle. Oh, man. No, but since the original person that played Art, since he wasn't an actor, he was just basically doing his friend a favor.
Right.
He didn't come back as Art, which Leone was actually more excited about because he was like, oh, I'm going to get an actual actor.
Right.
And get the whole portrayed.
Right. Develop Art into a real character.
Exactly. Because his friend just kind of stood there.
Right.
In makeup. So, Terrifier.
Yes.
Originally came out in 2016. But
wasn't that when the clown thing happened in the US?
Yes. It was around that time, yes. When they were filming and everything.
That was scary.
It was.
Those
it was very
videos...
scary. It was terrifying.
Those videos scared me though. Like the ones when they were chasing after the camera or something.
Right. Funny thing you did mention that. Damien did mention that he was getting a lot of hate and backlash for this movie. Yeah. Because a lot of people thought that he was just using the whole clown thing and making cash grab at it. But the ironic thing is this character has been around since 2005. Right. And he finally just got the crowdfunding and everything to actually develop and make this movie. Right. But like I said, it was originally released in 2016. Mm-hmm. But it didn't get its official theatrical release per se until 2018. After it had premiered at a horror show called Telluride. Telluride, one word. Yeah. Horror show in Telluride, funny, Colorado.
Funny.
Which honestly, when doing this research, I want to fucking go to this shit. It sounds so fun, right up my alley. 3 days of just horror film festival of indie movies. Nice. There's guest celebrities and everything, activities all weekend. Like, the blog I was reading about it said that there was some, like, campfire scary stories.
That sounds like
on
fun.
One of the nights. And I was like, yeah, that sounds so fun.
We should go. If they still have it.
I mean, I know you won't drive.
I mean, I won't drive. But...
I'll drive. That's fine.
Okay. Done.
Driving to Colorado.
We can rent a car.
I mean, yeah, that'd be fun. Not my little car. We get a big SUV.
Nice roomy.
Yeah. Funny thing is, I thought it was interesting. The town that this event is held at, less than 2,500 people population.
Oh, that must be like haunted. That town.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. If you're known for like a horror show convention,
right.
like...
And you have less than 2,500 people?
Yeah. From the pictures that I've seen of the town, it's like a ghost town.
Yikes.
So, definitely doing some like ghost hunting over there if we go.
Right.
Anyway, after it premiered, it ended up getting some traction and attention and everything because, you know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So, and it was picked up and distributed by Dread Central and Epic Pictures for the limited release in 2018, which is how we were able to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. But it received 3 Fangoria Chainsaw Awards. I really hope those are like little golden chainsaws.
Yeah. Like a little trophy with a golden chainsaw
right.
on it. That'd be so cute.
It would be cute. You like press a button and it like yeah. But the 3 awards were they got Best Limited Release, Best Supporting Actor for David Howard Thornton, obviously.
Obvious.
And Best FX Makeup. Obviously, because this movie is amazing and uses practical effects and not that CGI fake blood bullshit. Like,
it definitely looks real.
Yup. Because technically it's real stuff that they're using. They're not like computer animating anything.
Right.
But obviously it's fake body parts.
Right.
I mean, I fucking hope so, because then that's murder.
Oh my gosh. You make a movie to murder someone.
It's called a snuff film, Kathryn.
Oh my gosh, is that a thing?
Yes. It's obviously illegal.
Well, no, duh.
But yes, that is a thing. But yes, luckily no one actually died in this movie. No people or animal was harmed in the making of this movie.
It just looks like it.
It's really convincing. It's really good.
So the scene that we aren't going to actually talk about because we don't want to spoil anything.
Right.
I have a question. Do you think that could actually be done with the body and the saw that he was using?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
So,
the saw was too flimsy.
Right. So we're not going to like go into detail on what happened, but just so you have like a visual at least of what the scene looks like. So there's this girl hanging upside down, naked. Art the clown grabs a flimsy little handsaw, and we'll leave the rest up to your imagination on what happens next. It is an infamous scene from the movie, that's for sure. That's the most memorable scene in the entire movie, at least for me.
Right.
Very major shock value.
Right.
Because they don't... Normally in movies, if someone's like getting cut or whatever, stabbed, like they can cut away, like they'll cut away from it, and you'll just like see the killer or you'll see something else. But this actually like shows things happening, and it's just crazy how they manage that, like with just practical effects like that. It just blows my mind. Right. Like,
that scene was, again, not for the faint of heart.
It was definitely not.
It was a lot.
It is definitely not. So, Terrifier as a whole, love the movie. You kind of get like an 80s vibe, but not really because of, you know, smartphones and everything. Also, for me, I also felt like it had like a Planet Terror, like Grindhouse vibe. Yeah. If anyone knows what that is and you've seen the movie, you'll understand. Yeah. But it's not a completely well-known movie either. Right. And then also another thing that I noticed is at the end, like the very last scene of the movie, it's filmed similar colors and everything as Creepshow. Oh, like the very end of Creepshow. Yeah. And I don't know, as a horror fanatic as I am, I enjoy seeing little details and everything where I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is
exactly inspired like by
this.
That. Yeah.
And I remember thinking, how do I describe Art the Clown, you know?
Right.
I just couldn't find the words to describe him entirely.
He's indescribable.
But in an article that I read, it described him perfectly from actually Damien Leone himself. He said Art's inspiration for personality was a combo of some of his favorite slashers, which he said relentless, silent stalker, Michael Myers
Right.
and Jason,
Right.
with the humor of Freddy Krueger.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
And I was like, I see it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't talk. Freddy Krueger talks. Like, that's how his
Oh, yeah, but he's a silent stalker. Like Michael Myers.
Right.
Like
I was like,
Martha.
I get it. And then, like, the humor, it is very Freddy Krueger-y,
Right.
just without the talking.
Right.
Like, with the whole gags and,
Yeah.
like, makes you feel like you're safe, like you're going to get out.
Right.
But then, no. Like, it's just a trap.
Right.
So I get it. I was like, oh, my gosh. This works.
Now, Art the Clown, he's great to talk about, but can we talk about two other very important characters in this movie?
What, Dawn and Tara?
Dawn and Tara. They are like...
R.I.P.
R.I.P. No spoilers, but R.I.P.
Rest in pieces.
Anyway.
So Dawn and Tara are like the two main female characters of this movie that are being terrorized by Art the Clown. Tara's like this gothic, emo, down to earth, chill girl.
Yeah.
Who you can tell that her fun side is brought out because of Dawn.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And Dawn is like the complete opposite.
Yes.
She's a blonde socialite.
Yeah.
Whore is the best way I can describe her. Love her, by the way.
Love her.
She is that ride or die best friend that everybody needs.
Yeah.
But sometimes nobody wants her.
Right.
Like
Sometimes she needs to shut up.
she will get you into trouble, and that is what happened in this movie.
I think that without Dawn, I think that Tara would have been fine.
Oh yeah, I think she would have survived.
Because I think that he liked her.
I mean, he
More
gave her that ring.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah.
That was a cute moment.
Honestly, I thought that she was going to survive. Like, she was going to be the only survivor because he was...
Spoiler.
Whoop. But, I don't know. I really kind of thought she was going to be, like, the lone survivor because of the fact that he loved her.
I mean, she had a strong final girl, like, personality.
Yeah.
More than her fucking sister.
Way more than her sister.
Oh my god.
Her sister was not smart.
Mm-mm.
She was the one in college and not smart.
Right. I feel bad for her sister, though.
I don't. So, is Terrifier the end of the, like, series or whatever? Or is there going to be more?
So, thank God they're making a Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
They were actually almost done with filming, but then COVID hit. Right. So, as far as I know, I believe they're wrapping up officially now.
Mm-hmm.
There's not an official release date or anything.
Right.
I know one thing that I do love about this director for sure is even when he created Art the Clown, he didn't have any backstory or anything about him. And when David Howard Thornton came on and portrayed Art, they slowly started like collabing and passing back and forth ideas on how to
create his backstory.
Right, like how to come up with a backstory for this infamous serial killer.
Right.
Kind of killer clown.
Right.
Who was slowly becoming like more of a, almost like up there with like Michael and Jason and everything.
Right.
And I just thought that was really cool because some like directors, they're like,
this is mine.
Yeah, like, or your ideas are stupid
Right.
or whatever. But he was actually collaborating with the man who's actually playing him and who plays him so well. Again, I know I keep saying that, but he did so good. He's so good at like being funny and creepy and just the tricycle scene when he's just like riding his little tricycle in the movie, just being stupid. It was great.
My favorite scene from him was the pizza parlor scene.
The pizza parlor?
Yeah. With Tara and Dawn.
When he goes into the bathroom?
Before that.
Where he's just like
Yeah.
smiling and stuff. And just
where he
being
gives her
super
the
creepy,
ring,
and
where
gives her
Dawn
the
takes
ring.
the photo with him, like all those things.
Oh, yeah. That part was pretty funny.
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was good.
It was really funny. I am very excited for Terrifier 2. I kind of wanted my first movie to be like one that I don't see anyone like ever talking about. I haven't heard anyone ever talk about this movie.
Right.
And I don't know if it's just because nobody knows about it or if it's because people are like scared to talk about it because it's like I said, not for the faint of heart. Like,
right.
This movie will fuck you up if you are if you are mentally stable. It will fuck you up.
We are not, so we're fine.
It was fine. I loved it.
Oh, yikes. That's Terrifier.
Yeah.
So you think we're going to talk about Terrifier 2 when it comes out?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially if it's as good as they're like hyping it up to be.
It has to be.
Like you can't come out with Terrifier, big bang boom, and then Terrifier 2 be nothing.
Yeah, just sizzle out. You can't.
Like I keep seeing shit about it being like bloodier and stuff, and I was like, how? Like, oh my goodness, maybe their budget's more this time.
Oh yeah, so they could afford more wholesale blood.
More wholesale blood.
Well, that was a great movie. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh, you're welcome. And I would, if you are interested, and like obviously if you're like me and a gore whore, as my podcast partner hates me calling myself that, but if you are into that type of shit like me, definitely check it out if you haven't already.
We watched it for free on IMDb. It has commercials on it, but
it wasn't too bad.
It was not too bad. So you could probably stream it there. And All Hallows Eve's on Tubi. TUBI.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to watch the movies there, you could. If you wanted to, you could follow us on Twitter, which is For the Ghouls, and let us know what your rating of Terrifier is on your gore scale. Now, what did it get? Like, what was the ratings?
Oh, I mean, it got a better rating than All Hallows Eve because that movie fucking sucked in the first half at least.
I think that the problem with All Hallows Eve is that the first half was slow.
Yeah.
Really slow and dark.
And dark, yeah.
And, like, you couldn't see what was happening.
You couldn't see shit. Like, I was just like, you would hear screams.
Right.
Or, oh my gosh, the comically timed, like, jump scare music.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
So,
but there was no jump scare. It was just like
there was no jump scare. Yeah, it
was like trying to tell you to be scared,
and there was nothing there.
And my feeling, and I know that no director cares what I feel, but don't try to tell me to be scared. Just show me that I need to be scared. And if maybe there was a little more lighting on any of those two short stories in the very beginning, I would be more scared.
Exactly.
Because like.
But the ending of it, though, I liked it.
The last half was great, yeah.
The last half was great, and then I love how, like, at the end when they made it seem like he was busting through your TV.
Right.
Love that. That was great.
That was kind of spoopy.
Yeah. That really made you think he was there.
You were next.
Exactly.
Shameless plug here. Follow us on Twitter, which is For the Ghouls. Follow us on Instagram, which is Saturdays Are For the Ghouls. Follow us on Facebook, Saturdays Are For the Ghouls. And you'll have all the updates of what we're doing there. If you want to chat with us, you can talk to us on Twitter.
You can DM us.
Don't DM us.
Slide into them DMs.
Don't slide into the DM. DMs are off. Off limits for everyone. All conversations must be public.
Oh my god. It's like meet in public. Stranger danger.
True. Next week we're going to be talking about the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, which is bonkers.
Mm-hmm. It was
spoopy.
It's literally the one insane asylum or sanatorium, I should say,
right,
that has always like been in my mind because when I was a kid, I watched sci-fi all the fucking time. That's what's wrong with me. But they did a movie called Death Tunnel, and it was based about that sanatorium, and it was also filmed there too.
Yeah.
So, and for some reason that it's always like stuck with me. Yeah. And I was like, that's the first one I want to do. And you were like, okay,
Ghost Hunters visited there. And everything.
Yeah, Ghost Adventures. Yeah, Ghost Adventures went there. Zach Bagans.
Speaking of paranormal investigators, on Tinder I matched with a former paranormal investigator. He said,
"Did he send you his resume? Is he telling the truth?"
Well, he said he did. So he said hey, and like I wasn't interested in him.
Sounds about right.
Says anything to me, not interested.
Likes me back, not interested.
I only, in case you were wondering and you were interested in liking me, I only like unavailable men. Men who do not like
Emotionally
me.
unavailable men.
Emotionally stunted, unavailable men who do not like me. Anyway, so he said, hey, I was not into it, but I had to find out. I said, were you really a former paranormal investigator? Because that's what it said in his bio. And he said, yeah, for 4 years.
That's crazy.
And I said, that's bonkers. Like, what did you do? And he was like, oh, I did a lot of things. And then I said, did you talk to ghosties? Which I thought that was cute and funny. And he said, and demons, and then unmatched me.
What?
Yeah, I said, did you talk to ghosties? And he said, yeah, and demons, and then unmatched me. I was like, was that a threat, boy?
He's like, she knows too much. He put it in his fucking bio.
He's the one who told me that he was a paranormal investigator for 4 years. That was what I was interested in. Not him as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Just him being a paranormal investigator for 4 years.
I don't even know, man. I swear, some men are just...
idiots.
As you lay your head down, as you go to sleep, or at least try to.
Little spooky babes after you watch Terrifier.
Yes, definitely watch it before you go to bed, you fucking psychopaths.
Okay, anyone who listens to this podcast is not normal.
Exactly. That's why I said fucking psychopaths.
I know that.
They're my people.
Okay, so checklist for tonight. Watch Terrifier, go to bed, lay your little head on your little pillow, and then we will see you in your nightmares.